Hey yo, what is going on today, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, man, we're going to be doing this Subaru STI, I think it is, right? It's a Subaru STI, not the WRX. That's why I started there, because I was like, it's the STI, it's the STI. Yeah, but anyway, we're going to be doing this SWI, which the Carx gods have decided to call it in this game. But yeah, no, we're going to be doing this today. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, be sure to hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys after the intro. Alright, so kicking off here, we have front spring length is 7 centimeters and the rear spring length is 4 centimeters. Jesus, I'll get it right in a minute. But yeah, now moving on again, we have front spring stiffness is 98 kilometers, rear spring stiffness is 98. Even though I haven't actually touched these, I don't usually touch these. I don't really know why I'm talking about that. But you know, front shocks, I don't touch either. Both front and rear, I don't touch those. Sticking them at 70% front toe, I've got 0.10, and on my rear, I got negative 0.12. Now, obviously, I usually run this at around negative 2 if I can, but for some reason it's negative 0.12, so try to get that as close to as you possibly can. Obviously, toe and camber in this game is a bit odd, so you know, sometimes you can get it dead on, and then other times it'll just move it for itself and it does what it wants. But anyway, moving on to front camber now, we've got negative 14.06 in the front camber. Again, I try to make it as close to negative 14 as I possibly can, but this one has obviously decided to go negative 14.06. And same with the rear camber. I usually run about 11, but for some reason it's dumped itself back down to 10. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to quickly bump that back up to 11. You see what I mean here? Like you're 1 or you're 10 out. It's a bit weird. But yeah, well, that'll do. Negative 11.9. That's fine. I'm going to run that. So be sure to pop that in there. Negative 11.09. Front anti-roll bars and rear anti-roll bars, I don't touch any of those stuff. So if you do have a specific setup for your anti-roll bars and your shocks and your spring stiffness, then be sure to run that. I did forget to mention that at the start. Caster is 6.5, Anchorman angle is 100%, and then your steering angle is 58 degrees, which is also maxed out there for the Anchorman and the steering angle. Anyway, moving on to the wheels here, we have front rim diameter. I've got 18 inches on the front and the back. Obviously, you got to keep them exactly the same because otherwise it looks a bit weird. Front tire width, I got 245 millimeters on the front, and on the rear exactly the same. Once again, don't want to make it look weird, so got to keep them exactly the same. Front tire pressure, we have 285 kPa, and on the rear, once again, exactly the same, 285 kPa tire pressure. Quite high tire pressure. Obviously, we want to get them damn slides in. We got rear wheel adhesion. Okay, so I know I've been saying this wrong. I said ascension, I think it is. I think that's what I've been saying it as, but it's adhesion. So I really apologize, before for when I was talking about, ascension. It's not as adhesion. Yeah, that's a mistake on my half there. But 90% on the rear for the adhesion on the car. Be sure to pop that in there. Obviously, get them rear wheels sliding up even more, man. Spinning up even more to make the car quite slow. Moving on to your front track width and your rear base track width as well. Obviously, this is going to depend on what you have, like what body kit you have. So just, make sure that your tires fit just underneath the arch, as mine do. Or if you want to, bump them all the way out to the, so they look a bit weird. But that's up to you. That's up to you what you want to do for these. But obviously, I've got the stock street body kit on here. So 14 for 8 if you do have the stock body kit. Now, moving on to front tire profile and rear tire profile. Obviously, I keep that exactly the same as well. 35% on both. Don't even touch those. All it literally does is just pumps up the wheel, so it looks a bit bigger than the rim, which is a bit weird. But anyway, moving on to the engine now. We are running 280 horsepower in this Subaru. Engine tune-up, we have 0% here. Max torque is 5,090 RPM. Rev limiter is at 8,000 RPM. And turbocharger, we have yes at 0.2 ATM. Now, obviously, we're running 309 newton-meters of torque with 280 horsepower, which isn't too bad at all. For the newton-meters of torque, actually 309. That's actually quite low, to be fair, than what what we usually run here. But that is just literally for the Subaru. I guess in the Subaru don't have enough torque under the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's not too bad though. It still runs. It still runs good. Still runs fairly well. Not really. It doesn't really affect it that much, if I'm going to be honest. It still runs fair, really, really good for what it is. If you guys were in the stream today, we were hitting up some corners in the Subaru, and we were getting some decent three-man tandems. Not too bad, bro. It was definitely killing it. Even though I have sorted out my third and fourth since then, so hopefully now for you guys it should run 100% better, definitely. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead, jump onto transmission here. Obviously we have a the diff looking Jesus Christ. Diff lock-in ratio is 100%, so 1.00. So be sure to pop that in here. You want to have 100% on your lock. You want to be sure to lock that diff. You got your final drive here at 3.00. First gear is at 3.82, second gear is at 2.50, your third gear is at 2.07. I tried out Reap's gear on that one, and it did actually, it feels pretty good, so he's done a cracking job with that. Fourth gear is 1.97, sorry, and fifth gear, is 1.90. Sixth gear I haven't even touched, to be fair, so just going again. Third gear is 2.07, fourth gear is 1.97, and fifth gear is 1.90. Obviously sixth gear, if you want to tune it, be sure to go and tune that up as well, but I've just left it at 0.70 as I don't use it at all. Fifth gear, I found on the larger sections I was sort of dabbling in fifth gear, but I expect fourth and third will probably do you all right. You probably won't even need to use fifth gear, if I'm honest. So yeah, be sure to tune your third and fourth to where they are, and then obviously for the shorter tunes, you got the shorter sections, you got the gear 2, which is at 2.50. Now, moving on to brakes, we have brake torque at 2,824 newton meters of torque. My front brake bias is at 60%, and I have the ABS on. Now, it's up to you if you want to run ABS on or off. I don't really know why I have it on, but it's just there for why not. But yeah, no, my brake torque is there because I don't push down on my left trigger all the way. If you do have a heavy finger and you push down on your brake all the way down, be sure to lower that down a little bit. I'd suggest maybe in the thousands, maybe just so you don't slam into the next person that's in front of you, or when you brake you don't stop completely. But yeah, no, mess around with it, see what works best for you. For me, I've found that around 2,000 works for me, so that's up to you guys what you do with that. But anyway, without further ado, boys, let's go ahead and jump into a race. All right, so here we are at one of my sections. We're gonna go ahead and hit this small section up right here. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, and hopefully I shall see you guys after this run. Alright, so that is going to finish off our Subaru STI build out here today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, as I said. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're brand new around here and you do like some drift builds / drift content / ninja content. I also do some ninja content out here on the channel as well. I know it's a bit rare, but it's, you know, it's still there if you do like that sort of thing. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.